In his early 20s, Samuel learned a dangerous habit. He learned how to stay quiet, not because he lacked ideas, not because he was ignorant, but because every time he spoke, someone corrected him, someone laughed, someone reminded him that he was young, inexperienced, and replaceable. So Samuel watched. He listened. He observed meetings where poor decisions were praised simply because they came from confident mouths. He saw projects fail slowly, not from lack of talent, but from fear of disagreement. And he told himself, "It is better to keep my head down." Years passed. Samuel became reliable, dependable, invisible. He was the man people called when something broke, never the man they asked when something was planned. At home, the same pattern repeated. He avoided difficult conversations. He postponed uncomfortable truths. He chose peace over honesty, not knowing that silence collects interest. Then one morning, everything collapsed at once. A major project failed. Management demanded explanations. Blame traveled downward, as it always does. Samuel knew the truth. He had seen the flaw months earlier. He had even written notes about it. But he never spoke. Now his silence had a price. That day he went home and sat in the dark. Not angry, just tired. For the first time he understood something clearly. Silence is not humility. Silence can be cowardice dressed as patience. Change did not come loudly. It came quietly through preparation. Samuel began to speak differently. Not louder, not aggressively, but clearly. He learned to organize his thoughts before meetings. He asked questions instead of issuing challenges. He stated facts without apology. At first, nothing changed. Then something subtle happened. People stopped interrupting him, not because he demanded respect, but because his words were difficult to dismiss. His confidence did not come from volume. It came from accuracy. Months later, when another project reached a critical point, Samuel spoke early. This time, the room listened. The project succeeded. Years later, Samuel was no longer invisible. Not because he chased attention, but because he stopped hiding his value. He learned the difference between patience and self-erasure. And once learned, it could not be unlearned.